Oops, I'll just take that off there. Hopefully. Oh. There we are. Excellent. We've gone live in the group, so that means sometimes I then struggle to find it on my page, but let's see if we can find it. Sometimes it then tells me to. Excellent. Hey, wonderful. Right, and because I've gone live in a group, it's not going to let me share, but that's fine. Hopefully someone else can. I never quite understand the vagaries of this system. Hi Sarah, my darling. I think you probably won't be able to share this because I've gone live in a group from an event, but if you can, much appreciated, my darling. But don't worry if you can't. I'm assuming that's you tagging Martin in, which is lovely. Right, cool. We will just wait and see if a few more people choose to come in to join us today. I'm rather hoping they might, but if they don't, well, that's there. That's all that is to it. Oops. Now then, let me just grab a set of instructions for people, because these I might end up having to write down and post when it's halfway reasonable to post. So, yeah, no, it's in an event, Sarah. So because that makes it easier for people to find afterwards if it's an event, because they can just go to the events to find it. Hi Laurie, hi Sheila, welcome my darling. Let me just do a little bit of, I've done quite a lot of prepping. I might be asking an awful lot of this, but there we are. So we are going to, I am going to make what I'm calling a double mountain album today. I know that sounds a bit of a mouthful, but that's what it is. So we're going to stack a whole mountain of cards on top of each other to make a pyramid, and then they're going to go inside the album. That possibly doesn't make any sense to oh, that's it. Cool. So we've done quite a lot of prep because I thought it would be prudent to have done some prep, because otherwise we might be here and we might end up needing to do this over a couple of lives rather than just over one live, if that makes sense. So we're going to go through one side and then I'll mirror for the other side. So I have started out with a piece of card that is 12 inches by 6 inches, scored in half, and I've just taken a tiny corner round it. It's a 4mm radius round onto there to create a little card blank. There's going to be lots of these. There we are. So for the mat for this, I have a piece of paper that is 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, and we're just going to do a little bit of ruffling and a little bit of inking. We've got this to repeat several times, but hey ho, and we'll see where we get to. And if we get to the stage where it's just going on and on and on, because I've got double this, I've got to repeat it for two sides that are mirrored, then if that's the case, then I will end the live and then do a second one in the week, because I suspect people might be feeling the need to have some crafty company this week. So there we are. Let's just add a little layer of colour. and I've chosen to work with last year's paper collection from Alchemy of Art. So Sarah Wright might have that in stock, but the reality of life is this make could be done with any what's an easy way? Well, yeah, problem it's 3/4 of an inch, not 3/4 of a millimetre, Sarah. Let me just, so this is on a ruler, we've got half, so yeah, so there's a 3, there's a half, there's whole, so it's in between. The problem is, because I've measured this all in inches, it's difficult to convert it, but if you've got, you know, it's not so difficult when you're used to the system. That ruler won't make my life very easy in centimetres, but you'll then have to convert everything. So tell you what, Sarah, after the live I'll convert everything into centimetres, and then I'll post that up online, if that makes sense. Now then, so that we've got some help along the way, let me unblock this bottle of glue. There are some times when it's easier to have things in. I know there's glue in here, and I know I've just unblocked it. It's not a problem, darling. You know, you start out with the best of intentions. You think you've got everything unblocked. So, and glue is definitely a cheaper, more cost-effective option than double-sided tape. That's clearly going to be a pain in the proverbial, isn't it? There we are. Now, I'm assuming it's just because it's getting down. Oh, don't want the art stone from the other day on there. Tell you what, let's just chop off the end of that, and then we'll have glue squidging everywhere, no doubt, but hey ho, it's going to be more manageable than any other way. Okay, so that's going to go onto there. It doesn't really, I guess you say, having watched me fuffle around and move that around, and then me telling you it probably doesn't matter, is beside the point. There we are, and then we have some pieces for the inside of here. Excellent. So we're going to do the same. So these, I've used a mixture of 12 by 12 and 8 by 8s for this, because I was using up material. So it used probably 4 sheets of 12 by 12 and most of a pack of 8 by 8s, but use whatever autumn collection you have. Do it for winter. It's a process as much as anything else. Good afternoon, Jill. Welcome, my darling. There we are. So centre like that in there. We've got all sorts out on here. There we are. And as I say, we are going to have a little bit of rinse and repeat. Good after. Hi, Stephanie. Welcome, my darling. Hi, Sue. Good afternoon, Dee. Thank you for joining us, my darling. Definitely not making a junk journal today. We're definitely making an album, but because it's all coordinated. But you do you. This would work just as well for other things, I think. Oops. Let's just add the ink. This is when I'm going to forget to add ink into. I can see it happening. But there we are. We'll just carry on. As I say, I've pre-cut a lot of these pieces to make life more manageable, because really I didn't want us being here until stupid o'clock tonight. Not that we are going to be, because I would definitely not. And I'm going to make a little pocket. So this is just an offcut of the paper. It is 2.5 inches wide, so that's about 7 centimetres. There we are. And that's just going to allow us to have a little pocket. And it's going to break up that brown. Let's just make sure I glue this. Don't necessarily want that big blob, so, but hey ho, we'll go with that. Let's just chunk off that edge and that edge. Oh, well, that wasn't intelligent, was it? But hey ho, we'll live with that one for the moment, because we've just done that with the wrong size corner punch, but we'll cover that later. And so we now have this little photo mounts, or areas for putting out, and these are 5 inches. The card base is 6, so these are 5 inches, and then we're just going to add a little bit of extra interest into here. So I have got Funky Fossil Script Stain by Olga Haldwin, and she's going to come off there. Thank you, Stephanie. I don't normally collect stars, my darling, but if they mount up, I will donate them to a charity, rather than, because I definitely don't need people sending me any money, my darling, although I know it's actually only a tiny amount. And this is the ledger one, and I deliberately want them not on their backings, because I'm going to freehand stamp these. So we're just going to start by adding some tea dye Distress Oxide around the edge of these, and this is going to be a bit more of the rinse and repeat, I'm afraid, but yeah, that's just the way it is. When you're making an album, things need to be cohesive, and it's up to you then where you go with that. Let's just clear some of this, because I've already got more stuff on my desk than I can physically cope with, which is always interesting. There we are. So let's stick with one of those. So I'm going to, well, where have I put, oh, that's where I'm just going to pop that onto I have a feeling that the little one is at the bottom. There we are. So let's just pop that so the text is up the right way. It's almost indecipherable, stroke it is indecipherable, and that's fine. I'm hoping that this one, which is the ledger, will be more decipherable, because I'm going to ink that with a permanent water ink pad. There we are. So let's just add, maybe not. Here we are. So there we are. Let's just add that over there, and we've got a little bit of a stencil to add it into here, which you might just add. Was I using tea dye? I wasn't using tea dye. I was using vintage photo. So let's just use the tea dye through the stencil. I'm going to end up with this lot every which way. I can tell that I will be losing those imminently, because I've got just way too much stuff on the desk, but that's okay. Right, so let's put that one on there, and let's just grab a clean one of there. Don't tend to make cards at all, Sarah, my darling. There we are. Okie dokie. We're just adding a little bit of texture onto here. That will do. And let's just repeat. Let's just do it step by step. And if you mean the ones that you pull, I've never done one that pulls. I done lots that don't pull. There we are. That's better. That's stamping better. Now it's had more than one go at it. We'll pop that on there, and we might actually end up with these being usable. There we are. There we are. We'll pop that onto there, and then with a bit of luck we then will not have too big a pickle. There we are. There. So pop that there, pop that there, pop that there. So let's now go back to our card, and that can go there because it's neater. That will go in there because I haven't quite got that. Yeah, that will go into there. Let's tackle this piece down here. Let me ruffle this card up. So I trust everyone is well. There we are. And then we can add a little bit of detail onto these. So this is, as we're aware, or might not be aware, this is just the way that I tend to make my photo albums. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, lots of added interest, a little bit of additional pieces. I think I'm going to leave that out while that dries. So let's just pop that over there, pop that over there, and then I have some fussy cut elements from, that doesn't really work with that, does it? Now let's just choose something that might make a bit more sense that goes with those. Let's just straighten that, and then we can add a little bit of tea dye around it, just to adding there we are, and that will then add a little bit of that there. And what did I do with that half a piece that I pulled off? Oh yeah, that will work nicely. There we are. So let's just add a little bit of glue. Ugh, not 3 tons of glue, which is what we've got there. There we are. That can go up onto there, and then we can wipe our hands down our throat, down our. I'm keeping the embellishments and stuff in here flat because it's going to be inside rather than having it multi-layered. There we are. So that can go onto there. I think I quite like that. Do I want to add? Yeah, why not? So these are just fussy cut elements from the pack, and then I can pop these into here. I've got lots of them. Hi Bev, welcome my darling, welcome, welcome. It's definitely not such a mixed media make today, but that was wholly intentional. So that can then sit into there, but when we pull it out, then it'll be nice. There we are. Go on in nicely. There we are. Okie dokie. So let's just add something to over here that will help make this look a little bit nicer than it currently is. Do I want that over there? I think I'm going to pop it over there. So let's just add some more ink around here. Get rid of the black, the white edges and the white central pieces. Lots of detail in these, so that can sit there, and we will deliberately not have. So I've only put glue on two sides of that to create an L, and that can sit down there, and then the photograph can tuck in under. Oh, I am layering, darling, there is no question about it, but I'm not adding lace or chipboards and things inside, because it's going to, that will definitely take it to being too, just two-dimensional. So that's layer one, that can sit there to dry. Wow, I was sure I had taken all of these pieces. I have taken all of these pieces. There we are. So let's just take this. So this is a layer 2 for the book, and you'll see how I'm going to stack these. So this piece, it was cut to 11 inches by 5.5 inches. So 11 inches that way, 5.5 inches that way, folded in half. It's just for consistency. The problem, once you start doing something and you think, oh, it doesn't take that long to do this, by the time you do it endless times, it surely all adds up. So let us rinse and repeat. And you could, you could save on your papers by gutting. There's no question about it. You absolutely could save on your papers by gutting, but there we are. Okay, it wasn't that one, it was the tea dye. There we are. I like tea dye. It's a soft, milky tea. Hi, Sophie. So that one will go onto there. Hi, Patricia, welcome. So you could quite happily gut the inside of these pieces, and there is going to be quite a lot of repeating, because that's just the nature of the make. There we are. I think that was how I had it, the original plan. Oh dear, and we've already made those dirty. So let's just carry on. Oops, that's the wrong way round. There we are. Let's just ruffle that together. There we are. That can go on there. Let's just make sure we've got the smallest one of those. There we are. And we'll carry on. Good afternoon, Anna. Welcome, my darling. Thank you very much for joining us today. Oh dear, that's not good, Sophie. I do hope they eventually find there. There we are. We'll end up endeavour to put less splodge on this one when we pop it together. That might help matters. I do have a new pot of glue, but I really wish to use up what I've got, which is one of the reasons why we have there we are. So that can then sit onto there, and it's giving me a little pocket. There we are. Pop that off to the side, and then rinse and repeat with our stamping. Oh yes, you could do this all together, one by, you know, in batches, but I think it's maybe easier to do them in layers. I have done a lot of prep. Hi Patricia, welcome my darling. Right, okay, let's just get rid of that one out of the way. There we are. So let's just take the scribbly text stamp. There we are. Put that over there. And then let's just take some of the numbers. Let's get that up the right way, because there is a laterality to that. There we are. Let's get rid of that. Let's swap over to some stenciling. There we are. That will work with that one. Hi Blanche, welcome my darling. And of course a lot of that, by the time you have your pictures or whatever, will be covered, and that's also just fine. It's what works for you, isn't it? Okay, so let's just pop that onto there. Hi Joan. Good afternoon Anastasia. Welcome. There we are. That can go onto there. And it's not so obvious as to what we've got in there. Let's see what we've got in amongst our pile of things. Yeah, there we are. Let's just put that little yes, why not? Why not? These have all come out of a fussy cut pack, but you know, choose which embellishments you have, or not, as the case may be. Don't add them at all if that's your preference. There isn't necessarily a right or a wrong for this. It's going to be what works for you. There we are. Okay, so that can, let's just turn that round so it's at least up the correct way. And let's see what we can add into here. Okay. So these were just cut. These is cut off when I was trimming the pieces of paper, but little scraps. They'll be tonally correct, and it just goes to show that you don't then have to throw away anything. I tend to double there when I'm doing this, but you know, again, you do you. There we are. So one, 2. Oops. There we are. Let's just tuck that. Cup of tea or a hot chocolate or even a coffee maybe. That will work. That will work. I do have out some phrases. Let me just grab. Where did I put the words? Let's just stick a little bit extra down there. There we are. We might go back and add a word to the ones we had the other day. So these are ancient pieces. These are Tim Holtz, and they are the seasonal chit-chats things. But let's see what we've got. Let's have blessing. Now these probably don't have very much stick in them because, as I say, they are quite old now. So we'll add. Let's just add a little word there. And let's add harvest. I've just blobbed a little bit of glue on there. I can feel that those have lost their stick. There we are. Let's just pop that over there. That can dry. That can dry. What else have we got? We might well run out of these. Okay, that one says costume. It might be meant for Halloween, but hey ho, costume will work, won't it? Costume will work. There we are. That can sit down there. Give that a little thing. Let's see what we've got. Let's go with thanks. Should always be thankful for a cup of coffee, shouldn't we? There we are. So that will go into there. So if we run out, we run out. We'll use other ones in different places. So we now have 2 cards. So we're now going to start. Yeah, well, I've quite often found that with the Tim Holtz stuff, Joan, is that so this is the first of those cards that I made with a 6-inch base. I don't want to squash this too much for obvious reasons because there's still some wet glue because I've added some glue inside it. Hi Angela. And that's just going to sit onto there. And that's why I think you could just as easily have gutted that. Right, let's just leave that. So I'm going to step that on the floor, standing up, hope that it doesn't slide. I've now got revolting sticky fingers. Ugh. Let me just de-yuck my fingers. Hope that that doesn't go sliding. That's better, that's better. Right. So the next layer is so this one I've cut 10 inches by 5 inches, so half an inch less than the previous one, and again have divided it into 2 equally. There we go. Let's get that into there. Okay. Okay. Let me just push that down. And then let's neaten that corner. There we are. Excellent. Hey, I will get the order right at some point. I love the Tim Holtz stuff, but sometimes the glue, and the glue on is washy, is just the pits. It just doesn't stick anything. Always have to add extra glue to washi. It's not designed to be permanent. Let's just put that around the right way. Make sure we do have it as a card, because that would help. There we are. There we are. We'll leave that there. That one can go onto there. So that is 4 3/4 by 4 3/4, the same as these pieces. And these are all corner rounded. I did that bit before the live because, you know, life is too short. Hi Vakrina, welcome my darling, welcome, welcome. So let's just open this. There we are, that can go there, that can go there. The joy of double-sided papers, of course, means you have to then choose which ones you want, which is sometimes a chore and sometimes not so much of a chore. Let me see, do I want that on there? No, I think we're going to pop that over there. It's definitely a bit dull here. Severe Weather Watch says there should be northern lights tonight visible in Manchester. Oh, I don't think so. Oh, I think it is too yucky. So these are 4 and 4 inches. So I've just gone down an inch from the base card for all of these mats. Did try to keep some of the halves and the quarters out, but if you want to stack lots of pieces, sometimes there isn't much option. There we are. There we are. Let's just add the numbers. There we are. Put that over there. Let's just then add some stenciling. Add a little bit there, little bit there. We're just adding little bits of interest. It's not, there's no, the intention isn't for this to be full pieces. So yeah, it's very much about just adding little bits of detail. Oops, she says pop that on there, pop that there, put that over there. Are the hands sticky? Yeah. Yeah, they are sticky. So there we are. Let's centralise that. So we're getting mixtures of pockets and planes. And this is why I never worry, particularly when I'm cutting up my fancy papers. It's all about layers of interest. There we are. Put that into there so it's approximately in the correct place. Let's see what we've got. We've got lots. I know we've got lots because I've put lots out. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots. Right, excellent. Let's get rid of the white. It's a very naughty word. It's a very naughty word. We don't need such words, Stephanie. We definitely don't need such words. There we are. Yeah. Pop that over there. As I say, I don't add them so that pieces are completely stuck, and that way we can pop things underneath them. So there we are. And well, it's definitely not a pie. It's definitely not that. So let's just go full. We've got that twice, so there we are. Let's just pop that into there. That can go onto there. Get rid of that extra glue. Yucky, sticky. Because we use Distress Oxide, I just need to be slightly careful, because we'll smudge it if we're not very careful. That one says treat. We can forget the... So that can go onto there. Okie dokie. So we've got that. And then we're going to come back to our stack of 2. There we are. We're going to be putting these under a book to squash them in flat at some point, I think, but hey ho. There we are. And that can go onto there. Lift that so that it's again not getting stuck together. That can go there. Okay. And let's just pick up the next layer. Yeah, there is quite a lot of rinse and repeat, but that's okay. So let's just give that a good squash with the bone folder. Oh, fussy gutting bits get every which way. My living room is covered, partly because of this, but also because, oh dear, come on, that's better. I was also making for my next TV show. Oh dear, oh dear. Yes, I think it would have been very, very glittery. Very glittery indeed. Yeah. So I didn't like that side. You can imagine why, can't we? It's just not. There we are, we'll just pop that into there. Yeah. So that one is 4. So that is 4 1/4, I think. Yeah, because the base is 4 1/2. I'll post the numbers because the noise... I've got a big bin next to me, darling. I've got a big bin. I just moved into, because in the conservatory I have to have a fan on now. It's sort of cooled down. I was fussy cutting in the living room, which always ends up with a bit of a pickly mess. My fault entirely. There we are. So you can see once you've got out all the pieces, you know, it really isn't then so bad when it comes to Or I think, no, it is that way because the writing is that way around. Wow, I think if Nanas can't spoil their grandchildren, I don't quite know who to. When we had our grandchildren, we had children of our own, and my granddaughter lived with us for many years because her own mother wasn't able to look after her, and my stepson is, to put it mildly, useless. Oh, did I really say that on a live? I did. Fortunately, the granddaughter who is watching will relate to what I've just said entirely and will not mind. If you don't like the stamping, don't do it. It's almost become a signature trademark for me now, is adding some bits of stamping. So oh, why did I put that down? Of course I need to add some more. There we are. Eek. I think we're gonna, not that I'm fussy like. Well, I was trying to be polite. I can think of several things for both the son and the mother of that child that are definitely probably best not said out live. No, it's not the child's fault to have been blessed with completely useless parents, but she says, do I have filthy hands? Do I? Yes. That's going to be too big. I think that's going to be too big. But he will be just nice, she says, looking, because we don't need to stick the whole thing down. We can just add a little bit down there, and then we can find something suitable. Don't want another one of those. Let's just add that. I've got more of these I can cut out, but I do have an awful lot of bits and pieces here, so yeah, why not? Why not? You can see I don't stress about what I'm putting where when I'm doing these things. I don't mind that hanging over the edge of there. Yeah. Oh, she says, I'll put that on there. It will get easier because well, actually it's going to get harder. She says, having told you it's going to get easier because the images, again, until we finish this on, they're going to get smaller. We're definitely just going to have to pick things that I vaguely think will work. There's pumpkin. The pumpkin will definitely work onto there. Let's just mop the extra off because it will mark. Which brings it's not really spoon. Wow. Let's go goblin then, even though I think it's a gnome. Goblin will do. There we are. Goblins. There we are. And let us pick up the stack that is now developing quite nicely. Let's just give that all a good push down. Oh, she says, sticking a finger in the glue. Yeah, it's all right. If you're a chain mailer, you end up with masses of junk rings open, and they end up in all sorts of strange places, including in the loo. They've clearly fallen out of something. There we are. Let's just pop that onto there. Let's just give that a good wipe. Get rid of the extra glue, and you can think you're wasting all of that nice cardstock, but actually I'm not. Oh, she says, oh, right, that is going to be a pain. Let me just make sure we have got that completely dry before put that down. There we are. I'll pop it on the floor over there. We have nearly finished one stack. I've no idea what the time is. We might just be here a considerable while because we've got it all to repeat. I hate to regret to inform you, but we do have it all to repeat. But there we are. But we're mirror imaging it. Didn't go in very evenly, does it? That's better. Why I didn't do that ahead of the live, I do not know. What colour? What colour have we got on the top of that? Oh, well, we might as well have that, because it's not going to matter, because we're going to cover it all up anyway. Or most of it. It's just the edge that we want. Aha! There we are. See if I can even that. Oh. That's better. There we are. We won't ask where they were, Gillian. We won't ask where they were. Good evening, good afternoon, Marisol. It might be the evening where you are, my darling, I think, because you're ahead of us a little bit, aren't you? There we are. Let's just get rid of some of the yuck off the hands, because we really don't like yuck on the hands. Let's just pop these onto here, and these can start to dry whilst we're working. There we are. As I say, most of that will get covered. That's fine. There'll be little bits of interest. That's also fine. We might be doing a happy dance shortly. I know it's a sad world, isn't it, when you put something in when you do a happy dance because you managed to throw something in the bin. Think that way up. There we are, approximately central in there. So that's the penultimate one. So this is a 3-inch square, a 3.5-inch square even. Just as well as with scalpy canvas, print little things, isn't it? There we are. Yeah, it gets every which way. It just gets every which way. It's just part of life, isn't it? Just, ooh, she says, don't want that. That's better. Right, yeah, I like to make work for myself, clearly, don't I? Don't ask me why I decided I'd make work for myself by adding all of these layers, apart from the fact that I like adding all of these layers. There we are. Oh, yes, my darling. Sending you great big hugs. I know that you... It's never easy, is it? It doesn't get any... We might actually be having to throw that pot away imminently. Hee. I think possibly. We have got another one that needs similar sort of decapitating and then disposing of. There we are. Right, bin. Because why not? Right. Let's tackle the next one. That will probably drive me mad now, but it just needed to happen. Right, let us find what have we got. Let's just pop a few apples hanging. Let's get rid of that. There we are. She says, aha, there we are. That will work. That will work. What's she looking for? There we are. We have a little apple and a little seed pod. That will solve the problem, won't it? Pop that there. Pop that there. Excellent. Give that a little blot. We could add some splatters. I'm not going to. I'm not going to. There is a time and a place. And in the middle of the live, changing one's mind is maybe not such a good move. No, let's leave that one over there. Ugh, she says, sticky, icky, mickey. Oh, I hate gluey fingers. I hate gluey fingers. There we are. So, I'm going to glue this onto here first, and then I'm going to add the words, because it's going to be easier. you don't need to add 3 tons of glue. It's just that I'm not going to get it out of there any other way. So let's just accept the fact that we're adding way more glue than we absolutely need at this point, but that's fine. Harvest will work. There we are. And I'm not going to add a word on the other side. I think that will work. Could add pie. That's what I think of. Actually, to be fair, what I think of when we have apples is crumble. We'll leave that. We'll just harvest there. Pop that down onto the floor to dry. And you'll be delighted to know, ladies, we are almost at the top of stack 1. It's fine, Isabel, don't you worry. It'll be there to watch. And actually, the reality of life is that actually we're going to repeat everything I've done so far, but mirrored. Because I like a challenge. Because why make life easy for yourself? It's always difficult. I don't know whether people would prefer short lives, quick lives, long lives, 2-part lives. It is just difficult to know quite what the answer is. That was more glue on my hand that I didn't really want on my hand. There we are. Hi Annie, welcome my darling. This is very much a papercraft mate today, my darling. We're going to repeat it because we've got 2 stacks. Once this stack's completed, which it will be from here, we've got a second stack to make. So at this point we've got 2 questions. I can make the cover and finish the live and do the second stack off live, or we can plod on as we are doing and get to where we get to. I never showed anyone, Stephanie, what we were making. I do have one. With a different paper collection that will be blogged. We're doing a pyramid, but not a concertina pyramid. We're doing a pyramid of cards of different sizes that will then go each side of a book. If we decide that we don't wish me to carry on and do the whole lot on the live, I'll show you. I can show you the one that I've pre-done with the other collection, so you can see where we're going. It's as I say, I don't know that there is a right, I don't know that there's a wrong. I just thought at the moment, for those of us in the UK, having something that might be distractive might be not such a bad move. Why do you want 1D? I don't see why anyone would want my print makes. I just mess about. I have fun doing it, and that's all the pleasure I need. My husband might choose to think otherwise. He would probably quite happily say, actually, you could do with selling some of your stuff because there's too much in the house. But hey ho. You can't please everyone all of the time, is my simple philosophy. You're happy to say. Yeah, I would. You're absolutely right. I would just give it to you. You're not wrong. There we are. Does it make any difference which way those two go? I doubt it. I doubt it. There we are. But remember, you can put these as writing spots. You go, they'll write over these. Or you can pop these for little photographs. You could stick some tickets onto them. You do you. I'm just leaving them with little pieces. So let's just see what we've got. Let's just pop a little heart up there. Or shall we pop? Yeah, so let's just pop a little piece of floral down there. So these are double-sided, which always say, definitely makes life easy. There we are. Mine sit. Some will get given away. Most of the time they sit. I wouldn't say sit unloved, because that's not true. You could take your scissors out of the glue. Take your scoring tool out of the glue, wipe it down, and then you hopefully won't end up with more in everything. There we are. That's that little bit that I took off, so let's just pop that back into there. There we are. Excellent. Right. Stack one complete. There we are. That's reasonable. Let's see if there's something else that might well work word-wise. Have a cutie pie, sweetie is a There we are. Flowers there. It's amazing what happens. This I think probably is from the Easter bit of the Chit Chat scissors. And we have blooming. So that blooming can sit down there. There we are. Right. Okay. So let me put that there. Now then, ladies, your decisions. Do you want me to make the opposite stack and then the album, even if that might mean we go over onto a second live at some point? Would you like to see where we're heading before you make your mind up? Shall wait for a few people to make a comment, and then we will know what you're wanting me to do. Might be a bit of a delay, which was fine. We'll clear the hands of all the gubbins at the same time. Ooh, she says, while we're at it. Yeah, there's definitely quite a long delay between me talking and anything appearing on the screen. Let's just pop that over there. Oh, icky sticky mucky. Right. Is everyone asleep? What would you like me to do? See the whole process, even if it's over 2 sessions. Thank you, Gillian. Okie dokie. So, let me just grab this stack. So we now have a pyramid. And it's facing, so it will open. Like that. Okay. So we're now going to do a stack facing the opposite. Oh, the opposite way. Blue, I hate it. Wide awake and watching while sewing. That's okay. Not a problem. Not a problem. Let's just see if we can I haven't got a clue what the time is, Dee, so it is rinse and repeat thus far, my darling. Right. Okay. So this one needs to open that way. We just need to make sure we do it around properly. We might end up making the cover separately. We'll see where we go. We'll see. Okie dokie, don't know. That's not as bad as I thought it might be. Though I do think we'll be heading to 5 o'clock before long. I know what we do need to do before we do anything else, and that is chunk out these corners. Okay. Thank you. Well, when people get fed up, if you just let me know, and then, as I say, that I can stop at any point. I could go live tomorrow, quite happily. I know we don't have the joys of Create and Craft to watch, and they haven't said that what they're doing, and so it might be that it's easier to. So that is a 6-inch square card with mats that are 5 3/4 and photo mats that are 5 inches. There we are. Ooh, she says, popping that onto making a mess. But it won't matter. Thank you, Annie. It's much appreciated. They say this whole thing is made with Gold Autumn from Alchemy of Art. It's an old collection, but you could do this just as easily with with any autumn collection. Well, to be fair, you could do it just as easily with any non-autumn collection. It's more about concept, isn't it, that's important when we're doing these things. So let me just pop that over there, pop that over there, pop that over there. Those can go over there. Right. Yeah. Right, let's make sure we do this properly. So this is going to open that way. So let's just open it now and get it around the correct way. Because otherwise we'll have a pickle. Yeah. Cool. Good afternoon, Faye. Welcome, my darling. Well, that's possibly why that was not coming out so well earlier on. A big slug of extra glue is always not what you need. Yeah. So let's see what we've got. Yeah, why not? Why not indeed? It's good to use all sorts of pieces up, isn't it? Of course it is. The whole purpose of this was to use up a whole mountain of my twaddle that I've got lurking around. So this is always all good. Yeah. Put that into there. Get rid of the extra glue. Get rid of that lump. And see, he's too big. He's definitely too big. But that's okay. But he is not. And they all work because they all come from the same collection. Here we are. So let's see what we've got words wise. Don't think love and Valentine's work, do they? Nor does bunny chocolate. That's okay. Let's just flip these over. It's definitely not summer. Let's go thankful. Mop up the extra onto there, and I think plenty will work, seeing as we haven't got one that says harvest. No, we definitely don't have one that says harvest. There we are. Stick that up there, and that can go on the floor. We'll pop that here. Right, take all of these pieces out and make sure we've got this round the right way. Make sure we've got the correct one, because I've chosen to use just the diddy corner rounder. That's not gone in very nicely. So let's just re-squash that, and hopefully that will then sit into there more manageably. Yes, excellent. So let's just pop that round the correct way, because right, so the second one is 5.5 inches squared, so 11 by 5.5, then mats of 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, and photo mats of 4.5 by 4. Second one, so 4.5 by 4.5. There we are. But I think to make life easier, I will write these out neatly and post, because it's definitely going to be easier than everyone having to remember all of these sizes. Put that over there. Sometimes wonder why I add all these layers in, because it wouldn't be me if I didn't, is the honest answer, wouldn't it? Yeah. Right, let us take this and make sure it's round the right way, that way. So. Okay. I might have to turn my fan heater off in a minute. I'm getting quite warm. I know. There we are. There we are. Oh, well, that wasn't very friendly of that, was it? There we are. Let's just mop the mess. Mop the mess. Because otherwise we will have a mess, and we'll have it where we don't want it. So that can go there, that can go there. Don't ask me why when she designed this paper she put this piece in. I no doubt someone will say, but I quite like that plaid. Each to their own would be my comment, because I think it's horrible. When everything else is muted and subtle and lots of layers, it just seems to me out of keeping. But hey ho, wouldn't do if we all like the same things, would it? Carolina, when she designed it, clearly thought it was a good move. There we are. That's a little snippet just to create a little pocket. Right, we'll pop that one into there. Got one of those to go into there. So let's just take a piece of this, because why not? There we are. See what I mean by you then don't have to waste anything, because you can just use all of these little pieces that might otherwise go in a bin. Oh, good thing it's not going to go all the way across. We'll just deliberately make sure it's not, because I cut it wonky. And of course the intelligent thing would have been to have cut it with a guillotine, and then it might not have been wonky. But hey ho. There we are. What do we think? Do I want that? Do I want that? Do I want that? I think I'm going to put the little girl there, because why not? Why not indeed? There we are. So she can go just like so. There we are. Pop her onto there. We'll just tuck that down there. Pop that there. Then let's see what we want on this side. There we are. There we are. Dee dee dee. Well, these are just some bits that I chopped from the papers, so that can go into there. Gumsar. That will work, that will work, that will work, that will work. Some words. Well, let's go plenty then. That will work. There we are. Let's do pumpkin onto there. Let's get off the squidgy bits. There we are. So that's going that way, that's going that way, that's going that way. Oh, we might have another happy dance. Let's get that round the correct way. There we are. I do have another one out, so that's 2 empty pots today. Yay! Boy, do like it when a plan comes together. Right, there are 2. There are 3. So 10 inches by 5 inches with 4 3/4 inch pieces. Pocket, and that should be 4 inches then. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I like it. When a plan has come together, let's turn that round the right way. Let's give that another good squash. There we are. Push that into the edges. Right. How did I miss that? How did I miss that? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Have we cut that rounded? Clearly not. Let's just have a little bit of a tidy up. Right, excellent. So even this was a 12 by 12 with a huge amount of detail in it, but even with a huge amount of detail you can still chop into them. You don't have to use it just as is. There we are. So you can see that, yeah, for making an album, this is why you don't see me doing the albums very often on lives, when you see me doing mixed media pieces, because truth be told, I'm a very impatient individual, and I like the fact that I can do my mixed media pieces much more quickly than I can do these. What an admission, but it's true. So there's no point in hiding from it. I might as well be honest. We all have things that we like, and we all have things that we don't like. Right, let's get this round the right way. Let's mop up that dirt. Pop that there. Pop that onto there. Oh, that'll be, actually, let's use this. This is hobby tacky glue, which I'm really not a great fan of. Oops, I shouldn't say that, should I? But I'm not, so there's no point in hiding from it. It's not my favourite, but let's use it and have done with it. Because it's not going to get used any other way, is it? No. Right, that can go there, that can go there, that can go there, that can go there. Let's just pop that down. There we are. Okay. Thank you. They just take a lot of time to make, Isabel, and on a live I'm conscious we don't necessarily have the time. Yeah, I'm very happy to make. There we are. I'm going to do that. I'm going to be a devil. I'm going to be a devil. I'm going to have half a pumpkin, because why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? I have got, you know, I did cut out, you know, lots of these pieces, so, you know, for the intention of it not taking a ridiculous amount of time to do these. Don't necessarily need something on there, but I do need a little detail on there. Yeah. Stick that in there. That just comes from the papers. There we are. Let's stick Mr. Gnome into there. Try to do something different. I think that's the thing whenever I'm making, so that people see different ideas. Just took that there because I don't particularly want to add that, so it just says autumn. That says creatures. Because that sort of seems appropriate to go with the gnome. Thank you, my darlings, for liking what we're doing. It is a challenge to come up with something new, you know. It's good to come up with something new, but it can be definitely a challenge. It can. Wow, yeah, you are. Thank heavens for wet glue, not hot glue, is all I can say. Otherwise, we would have been in trouble. I'll pop that one on there. Excellent. We're getting there. We are getting there. You'll be delighted to know. We are getting there. Let's just scrunch that this time before we start. It does help with the fact that I had pre-cut all of these pieces of paper, because otherwise we might still be here at tea time. So that's 1, 2, 3. So that is 4.5. 4.5 that way, 9 that way. And these are 3 3¾ mats. There we are. People happily staying online, which is much appreciated, ladies. Thanking you very much, Lee. Aha, I know what this is. We've got a pocket, and because I had a piece of paper that didn't quite work size wise, we've added another piece for a pocket, and that's a useful trick. I'll show you on the inside what we mean, because it will become more obvious. I think that's better when we're on the inside. That hasn't punched very nicely, so let's just even that out, and then a little bit of ruffle. Right. I do think starting out with nice paper makes a big difference. So this is a piece that's the wrong size, and that's absolutely fine, because we can patch that in quite happily. And I suppose I could have done half of this off the live, but yeah, I think sometimes it's difficult, isn't it? It's that balance, I think, as to knowing quite what's the right thing to do. and what's not the right thing to do. And did I put any stamping, any of my stenciling on that other one? Did I heck? Oh, wrong colour. Never mind. Right. Because it will irritate me if I don't. So let me just resolve this bit. That one's easy. That one will be a bit more of a problem. What were you thinking? You can see that I could stick stuff underneath here, and that's the joy of, well, I've clearly stuck that one in, haven't I? There we are. Bit of brute force and ignorance. Yeah, we did do that one. There we are. There you go. Pop that into there. That can go there, that can go there, that can go there. Right. Oh, she says, definitely don't want glue on that. There we are. Excellent. Good. Right. There we are. Excellent, that's around the right way. So let's pop that onto there. Which is going to be difficult. Change our minds because we can. That can go there. Right, so if I pop this onto here, let me move that up there. You're being very good when I'm off camera. So this was a piece of paper that was the wrong size. Yeah? But by creating a pocket, I can make it into the correct size. So it's a useful tip. If you don't need the paper to go all the way underneath, then don't put it all the way underneath. Just use what you have. I will post the dimensions online because I appreciate that there's a lot of dimensions on this. And you could just make it as a card without adding all of the extra pieces, or without converting it into an album. You could have lots of children's pictures as they grow up to give to an 18-year-old, if you wanted. That will work, won't it? That's going to be too big for in there. So we might not put another piece into that. We might just put some embellishments on there. So let's see what we have. No, I want that for somewhere else. So let's just see what we've got in this pile, of which we have a large amount of stuff. And I'm definitely going to have to turn the meter down in a minute. Right, so let's see what we've got. Let us just see, when it doesn't fit, you just chop. Thank you, Annie. It's quite different, I think, from, you know, it's definitely not a mixed media make today. Partly because I'd had enough of mixed media. There we are. Because I did all of my prep for Hobby Maker for next Sunday, so I won't be live next Sunday. Yesterday, this stuff arrived on Thursday. Friday, whichever day it was. Anyway, Thursday or Friday. So I did, yeah, Thursday, and I did quite a lot of prep on Wednesday and Thursday, Friday and Saturday. So we now have a piece there. There we are. So let's just pop that onto there. These are beautiful papers. I love, 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 love them. There we are. So we've got words there, so we don't need a word there, but we will have a word onto here. But then we might just put it up on the top of there. Yeah, generosity. Don't think so. Don't want October. Don't want dinner. I don't think that works. Spooky's definitely not right. Thankful we've done. Leaves, no. Let's just flick back to here. I'm only warm. You see, these are getting just cream crackered. There we are. I know we've used it already, but I do think some of these have just had it, basically. So if we pop it onto there, then we can, there we are. We've probably then seen its day. There we are. We are getting there though. We are getting there. There we are. Let's just give that a little squash. And pop you back in there, and then that can go back down on the floor. Yes, I hate sticky hands. Oh, good grief, we are getting there. We are getting there. Let's just remove the stick from the hands. That's better. There we are. Right, pop it to that orientation. Wow. Right, excellent, 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 excellent. There. And I know I haven't scrunched these, I'm just about, I will do so having done that, and then we'll have to re-ink them because they all look different. Oh, it's not too bad, we won't re-ink them. Right. I do like this plaid, but it's not right for the overall look that I'm going for. And I know most of that's going to get covered. Whatever I do with it. Actually, that wasn't where I had that one. I did have that one to go inside. There we are. Let's just pop that one onto there. And that one onto there. Pop that over there, pop that over there. Those can go over there, that can go over there. Oh, you see, so you decide not to ink one of your pieces. Well, why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Right. Yeah. There we are, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for my ink. Just to be difficult. I like the idea of it going up there. Let's see what we've got to go on the other side now. They're too big, they're too big. That's the wrong colour. That's the wrong colour. That's too big, that's too big. That one will work. There we are. We are nearly through. Let's pick up that says holiday. And we'll have that one that says fun. Why not? I'll say fun makes sense, doesn't it? We are beginning to run out of appropriate words, but hey ho. They're ancient, so it's my own fault for keeping stuff too long. There we are. Pop that there. Make sure we've got it angled up the right way. Go down on the floor. One more to go, ladies. One more to go. Hey! And then the album to construct. We might. Just while husband's cooking tea tonight, isn't it? That's it. There. So there we are. So that piece is 3.5 inches. These are that's 3 3/4. 3.5. That's 3 1/4. Yeah, 3 1/4. Let's pop this piece onto here now, so I know. Oh, what did I not do, ladies? What did I not do? There we are. Let's stick that one onto there. That will minimise the chances of me getting the last one on round the wrong way, because that would be moderately disastrous, wouldn't it? And all I'm doing, well, I just had a whole pile of this stuff left. So it's a little secret. When you see me do a big album, then you know that I've decided I need to declutter. And my method of decluttering is to get as much as I can into one project. Then I don't feel guilty. Yeah, I know. It works for my mind. Might not work for other people's minds, but it definitely works for my mind. I'm sure it'll become clear eventually. Sarah, have you had a nice dinner, darling? I'm assuming that's one of the reasons why you went into town. There we are. Right, that can go that way, that can go that way. Yay! Thank heavens that glue will move about, so it'll help stick it down. I sincerely hope so, Stephanie. That's my plan anyway. It's my logic that at least that way, and it goes into something. The fact that the albums then sit somewhere else is beside the point, really, isn't it? But yeah, it's cool. It works, and it just. So as I say, if you see me doing a big album, and it's not it's specifically for a design team, then it's nearly always because I've decided it's time to sort out the mess in the craft room. Excellent. So that can now go down there. We'll put the words up, and then we might have a bit more room in a minute. Right. Let's just pop that onto there, out the way. We will need that, we will need that, we will need that. We'll leave that over there, we'll leave that over there. Right, we'll pop that over there. Right, there, let's see what we've got. We need some little embellishments. We haven't used anything blue. I think she's too big. Apple is too big. That will work though. Little pot. Yes, that will work. Then we just need to find another word. There we are, move that there, and something small. Oh, there we are. Oh no, that's too big. Let's just do a little bit of a cheeky haircut. And take it right over there. There we are. Excellent. Right, that can go over there, that can go over there. Let's shuffle that lot all over there for the time being. And we're going to add that. Now then, that can go there. That was a spare one. Did I put a word into there? No, I didn't put a word onto there. That just says 4. Excellent. And we've got leaves, so let's just take that as well. But that's made a reasonable inroad into this pile of stickers. I really do have very, very sticky hands, because that's why I don't like the tacky glue. It works, but it does leave your hands tacky, and then it gets every which way, which irritates. Right, good. She says throwing that on the floor. Poppins burger with cheese in it and side salad. What's a Poppins burger, Sarah? Is it beef, or is it chicken, or is it nuggety bits, or sounds rather scrummy? Sounds rather scrummy. There we are. Let's just pop that onto there. So, 1 stack. 2 stacks. Yeah. Okie dokie. You've made it back. I take it then I can carry on, because all I did for this one was the reverse of that, basically. Let's just get those all squished down. There we are. Here we are. Ugh. Needs to dry. Oops, she says we've got some glue that's clearly oozed out at the moment, so that needs to dry. So we've got 2 stacks here. And what be the time, ladies? What be the time? Right, let me just do the next bit. Where did I put my nice little ruler? That'll do. So I'm rather hoping, yeah, they'll fit. They'll fit. Right, that will become clear in a minute, ladies. I do apologize. 5. Are we happy to carry on? We don't have to carry on. We can carry on. Let me just pop that lot out of the way for the cover, because it's not helped by the fact that I've managed to lose one of my spacers, so we'll just manage. Right, excellent. Thanks, Sheila. We will carry on. Yes, there's nothing much to go to, is there? Hobby will be cooking my dinner. Let me just peel off that flipping glue. And we'll make the cover. Right. Just need to de-glue that. As I say, that is my least favourite glue, but it needs to be used. So, we have, for the cover, 2 pieces of black cardboard. It's 6.5 inches square, and 1 piece that is 6.5 inches by 1.5 inches for the spine, and a large piece of white card with a good margin all the way around it. which we can trim down quite happily. It's easier to trim. Right, excellent. Let's take this one, the one that we've got, remove that, pop that onto there. This is my own fault because I've lost the other one. So when you've only got one and you need to be accurate, there we are. Okay. Okay. Always a way it means, isn't there? Always a way. If you're just prepared to think a bit logically around it. There we are. What was the yes to? Yeah, it just was the sensible thing to do, wasn't it? There we are. There. Right, and then we're going to need to do some chopping of some of this because we've got way too much on here. And before we lose that one, let's just put it back where it lives, because otherwise we'll have a pickle. Right, so I don't need as much on this side as I've got. Oh, flipping heck. Right, okay, so let's just take that. Is that my knife? Let's just trim you down. Okay. Let's turn this round. Don't need all of that lot either. Won't matter if it's not entirely straight, as long as we've got enough overall. Excellent. Okay, so that's a couple of millimeters. That's probably more than we need, so let's just do what I normally do at this point. Which is wing it. So I'm just going to cut this, leaving that little bit. It's really important to leave that little bit because you've got the depth of the cardboard, cardboard or the hardboard as a to deal with. There we are. And we're going to cover this anyway, so it won't be such a problem. Right. It's not very often you'll see me get tape out, but there are some things where it's going to be just a lot easier to do this. So let's just pop this along the top, and chop. Let's just move that up there, up there, and then chop. Okay. Now this is always the headache with red liner tape, so let's just give this a good burnish down. Push out all of the air so it's properly stuck. Then with a bit of luck we'll be able to flick off the edge. Excellent. Okay, so I'm just going to add along that top edge a smidge of glue. And then I'm going to rock my piece. Thank heavens we've got, let's just grab a clean one. Okay, that should stick on there because of the sticky tape, and that's why I've put the sticky tape on. So let's turn that round. Take that off. I think we will have to cut an extra piece of white card because I forgot to do one piece, but that's okay. There we are. Okay, so lift it up, lift it over, and that's why, because we've got loads of glue. It's a combination of the red sticky plus the glue will grab reasonably quickly. Okay. Okay. But I know from past experience, if you don't try using that with tape at this point, it's definitely a major exercise in uber frustration. So let's just pop that onto there, that onto there. Okay, and we'll repeat that at this end. She says, having lost the end of her red liner tape. Yeah, because that's what you do, isn't it? You lose the ends of your liner tape. There we are. Get off all of these extra bits that I've got fussy cut out that we won't be using. Some of them we will, some of them we won't. There we are. Excellent. You see, dreaded red liner tape. It's a pain, isn't it? But it does have its uses. Score tape would work just as well. Okay. Right, so I'm just going to knock that corner down and knock that corner down, and then we're going to do that same rock. Oh, she says hitting that, and I know I've got mess on there, but hey ho, we'll live with it. We'll tackle that on the cover because most of that's going to get covered anyway. So there we are. We've got one edged. Look at that. There'll be some inking going on. It's the joy of working with distress inks, I'm afraid. Right. So I'm just literally this corner I'm going to knock in. And I'm going to knock in at that end as well. It just helps. And that rock, lift and rock and turn it over, is the best way of getting a nice edge at this point. Okay, so let's just pop that into there. Okay, and a lot of that will get hidden anyway. There we are. Okie dokie. So bear with just while I grab a piece of white card. Aha! She says she can, if she can reach the flipping thing. That looks reasonably straight. Let's go. So 6.5. I just want a piece that's going to come over here and support where I have the spine, if that makes sense, and the rest will get covered anyway. And I do have another piece I will need to cut. No, I won't want to cut out. So let's just pop that onto there. That down to there. Basically, I cut that piece of card the height of the book, of the cardboard. There we are. Excellent. There we are. 1, 2, action. There we are. That's all pieces of red liner tape off there. Right, there we are. That's going to sit fairly neatly into there, onto there. Excellent. Right. Here we are, one of them. And one of them. Yeah. Good evening, Mary. Okay. We can go onto there. Oh, that's what you've done with it. There we are. I'm going to cover in the inside of there, but I will do that once we've got the stacks in, and I've got it folded. Okay. Okay. Okie dokie, okie dokie. So that's that. That's that. Let's just make sure that those are glued down in place. Right, so that just now needs to be left so that we don't disturb the glue whilst it is drying. Oh yeah. There we are. Let's me move that onto there. Let's just lift this up and grab some twine. So whilst that's drying, let's do that and that. Let's just find that dratted red liner tape. That's 6, that's 3. Hey! I've just lined that up so it's approximately in the middle. Let's just take that one and line that, you see, mucky muck. So I'll pop this back into air in a minute. 1, 2, 3. There we are. Once those are in place. Okay, so all I've done is pop some red liner tape onto. I've got way too much gubbins on here for the moment, so let's just do some. So I could use ribbon, but I'm not going to. I'm going to take a good amount of that because I can chop it up. So this is just some nice twine. I'm going to tie those ends together and hope that that's going to go all the way around. Let's just pop that onto there, and we're going to pop those two onto there. That can go there, that can go there. We might not have given ourselves quite enough length, but hey ho. Wow. There we are. Where's the other ends? It's an interesting manoeuvre, isn't it? Come on. Come on. Tell you what, we have a bigger piece. It's going to be much easier long term for popping that in if we don't scrimp, because otherwise it's going to be a nightmare for tying long term. So let's go. So we've got a ridiculous amount now, absolutely ridiculous amount in my hands, but that's okay. Easier to have a ridiculous amount and work with it. Right. There. Excellent. That's going to be better because now I've got plenty to work with. And I can knot that other end. Chop. Chop. There we are. And then let's just pop that, get rid of that, pop that onto there. then we'll rinse and repeat, because why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? It being easier to work with too much at this point and chop off. That can go over there. I am getting worn out. Or we think this is a big project for Alive. Hey ho. There we are. Let's just clear some of that mess. Not that you can actually see that mess because it's hidden under my ugly mugshot. Because why wouldn't it be? There we are. Right. Okie dokie, 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 dokie. Pop that there. Pop that over there. That is the piece that's being a nuisance, so we'll just give you a haircut because it's not going to matter. There we are. Come here, all ends. So that's opening, that's opening, that's opening, that's opening, that's opening, and that's that flipping tacky glue. We might be taking some talcum powder to that at some point. There we are. Let's just do that. There we are. That means I know I've got enough for tying and untying. There we are. Heck. And that can go there. I'm just, because of the tacky glue, I'm going to undo that, but you can, because I hate it. I am going to have to put some talcum powder onto some of those to de-stick them, even though I was careful with how I put stuff in. There we are. Oh, she says, moving that off there. Right, excellent, 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 excellent. Have I got any There we are. There's a use for anti-static pads. Right. Yeah, you see. You see, you see. Turn it around. One end was shorter than the other, so it makes sense to do the shorter end as the one that you don't wrap around. It just gives you a bit more room. There we are. There we are. Excellent. Yeah, excellent, excellent, excellent. So now we need a piece to go on there. That's the one for the top. So that's just, I'm going to pop that at 1.5 by 6.5. Thank you. And I've just decided to change my mind because it's woman's prerogative, isn't it? There we are. You'll see why in a minute. Alright, so a little bit can come off there. Just trim a little piece off that. I think we've all worked out why I was saying that it was a make with an album with a difference. Yeah? Right. That piece can go in there. Yep. That's right. We do have the minor detail of the other side now. But before I do that, that was a near miss. Let me just grab a nice big piece of tape, of ribbon, and that dratted hi Mary. My 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So there we are. That can go there. That can go there. That can go there. We need a. Mind you, it won't matter because it's all going to get covered. It's all going to get covered. Okay, let's just not try big and clever. There we are. Let's just. Oh, well that. Spot the obvious mistake, ladies. Spot the obvious mistake. Trap glue that. Yeah, trap that in at the same time. Right. I tell you, I'm getting tired. I've still got that pesky flipping glue everywhere too to deal with. It's my own fault. I ordered the wrong one. Right. So we've got a nice piece of long length of shabby ribbon. Let's just take that halfway and pop it down there. And before we stick anything down, we're just going to make sure we have got it, the other pieces on the round the right way. Right, so that's up the correct way. That is the front, that is the back. Excellent. Good. Pop that onto there. That will hold that in place. Yeah, could have said to me. There you go. That just needs a little piece of slither taken off the top of there. So we'll just take that off there. We do have a plan. That's too wide. Let's just take a slither off that because it's too big. It is too big. There we are. Let's de-stick that before we end up with a mess. There we are. Pop that onto there. Let's redo that. Re-ink it. There we are. That piece can go into there. Okie dokie. We will be tying some more ribbons around that. Right. Excuse me just while I fiddle on the floor and put a hot glue gun on. Because there's no chance that that lot's going to get onto there minus a hot glue gun with the plan that we have in mind. Right, excellent. And we have a large assortment of gubbins, she says. Hello Connie, welcome my darling. That just needs a little slither off the bottom of there. I clearly didn't measure that one very well. I can tell I'm getting tired. There we are. So 6 1/4. Aha! There we are. That's why. 6 1/4. That will be better. And if it's too small, it's a bit tough. It will be a bit tough because I'm not quite out of paper. That's better. Okay. There we are. So that's our tie. Yeah, but we teach in workshops for longer than that, my darling. Right, excellent. We have a whole mountain of bits and bats here, and all sorts of bits and bats. Let me just pop the bits nearer. Right, and then let's pop you on top. So this comes from the papercraft. Mary, this is gold autumn from last year, but it would work just as well, I think, with the new collection, this year's collection. So let me just, where's that gone? Oh, we had another heart. I know I had another heart. Well, if I haven't got another heart, where's it gone? We'll use something alternative. It's really not a problem. Maybe I didn't have another heart. 1, 2, 3, before. You see, we've sent everything flying, and that means that we've got stuff all over the place that we didn't necessarily require all over the place, but that's okay. We will. Let's get that so it's at least round the right way. There's some more of those leaves lurking somewhere, but we'll worry about that because we know that there's a lot more of them. I might pop them in later on. I know that there are 5 or 6 of those. Right, excellent. Oh, and there's another one. There we are, you see. It's amazing what happens as you find things, isn't it? Right. Right. There we are, it doesn't have to be exact. So these are just the offcuts from my from making the album cover. There we are. Let's just move that in. We do have a plan, needless to say. And that one can go just there. Let's just take a nice big piece of scratty gauze and make it really scratty just by pulling at it. We've got way too much there, so let's just chop a piece of that off. I've got loads of that to deal with, so that's okay. Let's just scratty that end, that side up. Scratty being a technical term, of course, for making it look shabby and worn and distressed. There we are. That can sit into there. Right. So we now need a piece of this to go here and down a bit. That will keep hold of that in place. And let's just now, okay, oof. There we are. Let's just pop that onto there. Excellent. So that can go there. I'm not worried about that black piece showing because we're going to be adding layers anyway. So let's just add our beautiful young lady. I'm going to pop her there and we'll reach for my all-time favourite glue. She can sit in there. There we are. It's difficult, isn't it? We can't all be watch two things at once. It'd be lovely to be able to watch multiple things at the same time, but thank you so much for joining. It's much appreciated. I'm going to need another piece on these. So these are just literally offcuts of cardboard that would otherwise go in the bin. So that can then go. I think actually we need a third piece on there, and that's fine. Don't want that on there. There we are. Let's just stick a blob of that onto there as well. That will help. And pop that down. That's better. Excellent. So we've got that and that and that and that. Right. And I could have sworn I had inked that, but clearly not. So we've got those, some of those. I want that one underneath. Just poking out. That can sit there. Right. Okay. So that's just, you can go into there. These are just some faux flowers that I conveniently happen to have lurking around. I'm going to pop that over there just to be difficult. Yeah. There we are. So I'm going to pop that under there. I'll pop that one there. We'll stick that one there. We're going to stick that under there for the moment. We've got some scrappy bits of ribbon. Don't worry about the rest of it, we will sort it out. This is because I've got sticky hands from tacky glue. Don't bad a tacky glue. Right, one shabby double-layered ribbon. Right, let's stick that under there. That can go under there. Let's just chop those two off. And let's just pop that there to hang. Yeah. There we are. And at this point, this is when I faff. Because why wouldn't you faff at this point? Let's just pop that onto there. Let's pop that onto there. Pop that onto there. What have we got lurking? We've got all sorts lurking over here. lift that. These are just bits of faux greenery, faux florals, faux bits. Yeah, that was hot glue on my hand. That was not a bit we wish to do. Can go underneath there. Are you on screen? Yes, you are on screen. There we are. That can go into there. Now then, well, we've got all sorts. I don't think I'm going to pop the pumpkins on because I don't think I need another layer of pumpkins. Do I want some berries? That is the question. That is the question. Right, let's just remove a label that's holding the slot together, and then let's do some untwiddling, or not, as the case may be. Yep. Thank you. I always tend to put these in groups of 3 because just because it seems to me to be the right thing to do. Yeah. There we are. Cover that underneath there. And having said I put them in groups of 3, but what am I doing now? I'm very definitely not putting them in a group of 3, but I just want to add just some little extra bits. Around. Yeah. There we are. Do I think I could add any more? Probably. Probably. Am I going to turn that hot glue gun off before I burn myself? Yes. Right, we'll pop that out of the way. We'll pop that out of the way. Pop that out of the way. That can go out of the way. I will have an almighty clear up tomorrow because there is way too much gubbins on here. What have we got? just take another piece of the ribbon, because when you've got masses of it you might as well use it. There we are. Let's just shovel that underneath there. Let's just shovel that there. I think that's probably all we need. Get rid of the things. And trim off those ends. Those might end up going in, but tomorrow, not now. So ladies, we have our album. We've got a nice shabby ribbon, we've got our things, we've got our autumn scene, and then we've got our 2 stack joints. There we are. And I'll have to turn that round the opposite way again, won't I? But hey ho. There we are. So hopefully I have now entertained you for the afternoon, and amongst all of the traumas of what's going on and everything else, and I will hot glue that down off the live tomorrow. So that is all I have to say. Please stay safe. Remember, I am live for Pent Art on Tuesday with very different but very autumnal piece, and I will be back at Hobby Maker next Sunday. So if people would like me to live in the week, if you just let me know by commenting on my page, that would be great, or on the pinned post that I'll put up tomorrow. So ta-ta for now. Please remember to be safe and be kind to everyone. In a world of turmoil, that's the least we can do. Bye.